everybody, and welcome back into another Andor Season 2 reaction. Stephen, episode 6. Sacht. Don't know why I'm doing a It's not Dutch, it's German, you're saying, John. I don't know the Dutch number for 6. Probably just 6, knowing them. They speak better English than us. What a Festive Evening is the title of this here episode. I could possibly begin to wonder what the meaning of that could be, other than it's festive time and it's evening.
Yeah.
And we're with Andor, Luthen, Bix, Cyril, Dedra, Scolding, the full shebang. We're all enjoying a nice little festive evening with one another. Stephen, I've enjoyed this show up to this point. It has been slow burn. I feel it has been perhaps slightly more slow burn than even season 1, up until an equivalent point. I think season 1, it was roughly episode 4. We had the breakout on that British planet with all the EastEnders extras and whatnot. Scottish guy, possessive guy, Bix's boyfriend gets shot in the stairs. It's supposed to be a tragic, sad moment. I laughed at it. After that, we really were catapulted into a higher octane, different locations for Andor and whatnot experience. We're now into episode 6, so maybe a couple of episodes behind in terms of where we were, in terms of the pace getting ratcheted up in this season. But I'm enjoying it nonetheless. I think the writing's great. The set design, production quality of the show is on point. And it's just boiling nicely. We've got Luthen and his cohort, I forget her name, at odds with each other, concocting plans to deal with the situation on Chandrila. I had to think of it there. I was thinking Chandrila. I was thinking of the riddles. But man, I'm enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to this episode nonetheless.
One of the things, John, that I've really took from this season is the relationship between Cyril and Dedra.
Yeah.
I had to think. I couldn't remember. I was about to say Deirdre.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's perhaps maybe just they've changed the character slightly to be a little bit more relatable. Certainly the Dedra character, we're seeing another side to her. But is it another side or is it just a front? Yeah. We don't know yet. But it's just intriguing. It's like a game of chess with these two characters at the moment, and something's going to give at some point. One's going to go one way and one's going to go the other. Is there going to be a face-off between these two characters as well? Because I don't think they're in unison.
No.
Not to where they were at the end of season 1. I don't think they're quite on the same page anymore. No. So it'll be intriguing, John, but that's what I love about this. It keeps you guessing. We're into episode 6. We're halfway through the season now, and we still don't know where these characters are going. We know where obviously the overarching story goes. It goes right into Rogue One, but for these characters, where did they drop off? Who knows?
And Sal, obviously, or Sal as I was calling him, or was I calling him Sal? It was wrong, whatever I was saying anyway. Sal Guerrera. He's obviously encouraged that young guy who was doing the calculations for this, whatever that is. I still, even now, I'm bamboozled by that. I'm emitting gases of some kind. I think it's some sort of chemical weapon or something.
Its technical term is phalange.
Phalange. Is it like some sort of chemical weapon that he just loves breathing in? He's almost like a fucking glue sniffer. But he has built up a tolerance for it that mere mortals seemingly don't have. And that young guy seemed to be struggling at the end of the episode. But there was great lines in there. I had to cut all of them out, sadly, because it was going on too long, and I was fearful we're going to cross the 22 minute mark of screen on screen. And that's an instant copyright block. Yeah. So I had to cut it out. But there was some brilliant moments with Sal. He was delivering a great monologue about how we have not got much to live for. We'll not live to see the new Republic, or the Republic rise again. And so we have to live life on the edge. I'm paraphrasing heavily here, but kind of encouraged that guy to step out his comfort zone and just live in the moment. You're here, you're not with Luthen, you're here and you're here to fight. So,
John, that's what you get with a writer like Tony Gilroy, though. He understands the human element of war, and it's not just once you win the war you celebrate and you go on with your excellent lifestyle. It's not how it works. There's obviously psychological effects to that. There's, even before war breaks out, there's the what's going to happen next, and will I live to see it, and all these things that play out in everyone's heads when these things happen. And that's one of the things I like about the writing in this season, or this series, I should say, as a whole, is that the human element to it, or they're not all humans, but you know what I mean. It really does think about those things, and it's not just a good versus evil sort of plot.
Absolutely, but I'm looking forward to seeing how we further the story here. Hopefully it continues to grow in terms of characters and the pacing, and we start getting more action, and hopefully sooner rather than later introduce to Alan Tudyk's wonderful K2SO character, because when he comes in, you know shit's hitting the fan. Because if you require a character of that brawn and strength, then you know we're coming up against some serious fucking shit. So I'm looking forward to his moment, just the comedy he injects into it. But shall we get into it, Stephen, in a 3 and a 2 and a 1 playoff?
You're late.
Yeah, we had a spot inspection coming out of Gorman.
Pre-flight check complete.
Hold on.
Cool shot.
Set for Coruscant.
Coruscant.
Calculating for Coruscant.
Even the way Luthen's dressed, it's like your man. It's like Harrison Ford's character in Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Look at you. What's his name?
Variant Sky?
Not bad. Tell me about the Gorman front. You weren't there very long.
Don't get involved.
2 days in, you barely looked around.
An amateur.
How do you know what I did?
We heard it didn't go very well.
I only left this morning.
Well, they sent word. They're very prompt, the Gormans.
What they are is impatient. They started too late. Now they're rushing.
That's awfully definitive.
And they're in cahoots with an Imperial.
Think they know that.
Who's using them?
Why we sent here.
The Empire is building an armory in the center of town. There's nothing to be done about it now. And the more trouble they make, the worse it will be.
There's always something to be done.
They want to hijack an Imperial transport to prove something that everybody already knows is true. Who's gonna care about it?
The Empire will care about it.
Exactly. In a place where they know nothing about fighting, they'll be crushed.
They're finally wanting to do something. You tell them to be careful. Gorman in play. A new front line against the Empire? You're thinking small, you're thinking like a thief.
I'm thinking like a soldier.
Think about a planet like Gorman in rebellion. A planet of wealth and status.
The symbolism.
If it goes up in flames,
It will burn. Very brightly.
Yep, that's what I was just thinking.
Yep. It's
I'll
what
get
it
noticed.
means. When shit kicker outer rim planets are rebelling, no one cares because it's full of scum and villains. When a sort of prestigious, affluent planet kicks up a fuss, you know there's something broken.
Yeah.
Yes,
Waste of time. This piece isn't what we need.
we knew that already.
I thought seeing it in person would make a difference. You were sourcing another item.
It's being delivered as we speak.
Visiting friends?
Oh, she's there now.
Cares by nature.
I have friends everywhere.
I have friends everywhere. Is that the code word or something?
Yeah. Oh, they brushed their teeth.
Your brave song kind of shite.
We're here, might as well.
yeah, flowers. You okay?
She's not okay.
Not even close.
All talk. A waste of time.
Uh-huh.
It's all talk, a waste of time. Some might say the last 4 episodes have been
Yeah. Yeah.
He left. Didn't realize how shabby the place looked.
What? He came?
He was gonna ask me for a weapons appraisal, but he changed his mind.
Go out? On your own? He waits for me to leave. He comes when you're alone.
He changed his mind.
Andor, you're taking a hole here, son. Shut up.
He knows you need a rest.
I would have gone if he asked.
That's not the point. He's so pissed off, he's not gonna tell me. He doesn't do anything without a reason.
Maybe he just wants us to waste our time talking about it.
Or maybe he's sowing seeds of discontent because he doesn't want any personal connections getting in the way of one of his tenants in the rebellion. His gophers.
named Scartons, aren't they?
No. We'll finish there.
Why so difficult this season? You never struggle.
It's these dinners. How many years did you serve before we held a ceremony dinner? 80 new senators all hosting investiture banquets. It's tough squeezing a whole year's worth of insincerity into 3 nights.
You'll figure it out.
Weeks of opulence. Guten Abend. Guten Nacht. Wo kommst du aus? Sprechen du Deutsch? Sprechen du Deutsch? Can't remember. Sprechen.
It was a very poor decision. You come to the house and you mess with Biggs. You mess with her behind my back. You realize what you're putting at risk, right? When you leave here, and that will be immediately, you'll have brought a medallion that was missing from a shipment that Clea took this afternoon. So thank you for this, coming all this way. What's wrong with you? This is the second time today you let me down. I thought it would be interesting if you didn't, but now you both disappointed me. Kill me or take me in. You're in! Oh, but Gorman looks too painful. Biggs is too vulnerable. I give you everything. This fury, this lack of control, violating every protocol we live by. Soft on Gorman, but willing to protect Biggs at any cost. Biggs has to pull it together, or you'll have to decide at what point it becomes too large a problem.
Yeah, John, you were right.
Can't have softness.
No.
That's gonna be up to you. I wonder, as strong as you.
From Luthen's point of view, the cause is bigger than anything.
As they've committed.
I came with you.
There's been too much sacrifice up to this point to
You
go
want
back.
my blood. You help me work this out. Thank you for the medallion. Coming all this way.
And Stephen, like you've said time and again, we know Bix doesn't make it to the events of Rogue One, so we know she's biting the bullet. It's just when or how she's manoeuvred out of the main story. But we know she doesn't make it, or she's not present in Rogue One. So they're going to split up.
Yeah. Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Morning, gentlemen. Just who I wanted to see. Save us all a meeting.
I like this actor.
Yeah.
Our cousins in military intelligence have been salivating over our interrogation results and have convinced the Emperor that Dr. Gorst is too valuable to be a one-man ISB asset. The Navy's donated a facility here in Coruscant. I want the two of you to represent our interests in this.
An honor, sir.
Really? It's an assignment. Calibrate your enthusiasm.
Yes, sir.
Tell you what, see this guy on the left with the slick back hair? See if they ever make a World War II movie
You're taking
based on the Third Reich, this guy has to play fucking Goebbels because he looks like Joseph Goebbels.
What?
My God, man. It's crazy. That's the second time I've mentioned Goebbels in this watch along. That'll be the last. I may have cut the first one out. This may get cut out as well. I have to stress, Goebbels was a prick. An odious little fucker.
This is the first time we've seen her since she took that guy away.
Yeah.
My hair. I like it. I forget about it.
Nice that way.
The gear.
The kid took it. Do you know where it's going?
It's not far. Thought we should meet first.
I was told they don't know what they're doing.
That's why we're not doing much.
We gotta look at it tonight.
And the crew? Whole thing. If we don't like it, we walk. I told Luthen that I would only take this assignment if you were on it.
Uh-huh.
You're the only reason I'm here. I had an accident. I told him not to tell you. I knew you'd worry. I'll tell you about it someday. It's been a long year.
Tell us about it now. Don't dangle something like that and not reveal.
I had to rest up for a while.
That's Canada was good at that.
Yeah, oh God, I know.
There's an ISB field agent on site. They believe a rebel attack is imminent. There's been a rapid increase in local activity.
You walk a very narrow path, Dedra. Cyril must never know what this is all really about.
I remind myself constantly, sir.
And that is the seed. First seed of premeditated discontent. We know he's going to get screwed over.
We leave
Does he
with what we
flip
have,
over
we
to the
don't
other
get
side?
greedy.
We need all the weapons we can get.
Dantem leads
Morog vu le creux. Some of us want to protect ourselves.
Don't talk. Don't think. Do as you are told. If you can't manage that, you don't belong here. You're driving the transport, right? You're the end of our line, which means you do not move under any circumstances until you are told to do so.
By who?
By fucking me.
I live here. We've put a lot into this.
Your time means nothing. Prep is useless if you can't follow orders.
We will drop the carrier. We'll drop it and cover you for 6 minutes after that, but we do not go unless everyone here agrees to do exactly as they've been told.
When are you planning to do this?
Tonight?
Tomorrow night. Intelligence gets stale. You might be too late already.
Biggs?
It's flashing. Whatever the mission is, I'm coming.
Bat signal.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Luthen signal.
You'll come with me.
She's in no state to go anywhere.
The driver, Drina, she should be up top with us.
Did she say something else?
Just a feeling. I don't know who I am sometimes.
I'm not perfect either.
Does anyone really know who they are?
Luthen should have told me you were in trouble.
I wasn't thinking clearly.
All the more reason he shouldn't have let you say no.
We're worth more to him separately than together.
Well, that's something we'll have to talk to him about.
Similar situation.
Yeah.
He doesn't want relationships building with these people.
No. Because it creates flashpoints and crisis situations where people have to make a decision to continue with the mission or to sort out a personal sort of situation and save someone. He wants cold, calculated killers.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what Cassian is in Rogue One.
Yeah.
And as we know, these two aren't in Rogue One. So.
Yeah, exactly.
My life.
And
the Senate.
In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you are under arrest.
Who's this prick?
I'm the Senate. Not yet.
A galaxy.
It's treason then.
Who is this gimp? He looks like Dex.
I'm getting smell-o-vision via my dog's arse. And I suspect that's what it smells like.
Dex.
Looking sharp.
Yeah, they're going to this party, aren't they, to
I thought it
obliterate
was
this
in Chandrila.
collect.
I don't think it is. I think it's in Coruscant.
Yeah.
I love the opulence of Coruscant though, the richer parts. You think the sort of, not theatre, but what, the opera scene in Revenge of the Sith?
Senator Mothma.
Senator Organa.
Perrin. Bale, how are you? I'm free. That was my...
That's not fucking Senator Organa. That's not Jimmy Smits. Get to fuck.
Split
Benjamin.
up, cover the rounds.
He's aged terribly. Jesus Christ.
We almost did that, but...
Not tonight.
No, you're family now.
Get it? This is a prequel.
Good luck with it.
Jimmy Smits will return.
Jimmy Smits puts weight on.
And Rogue One.
Yeah. He's been eating kebabs.
I need all personnel to exit the control center immediately for security reasons.
She always looks wired out of her mind. Like she just looks like she's on fucking speed. Constantly.
Are we on schedule with the targeted shipment?
Yes, sir. We're all set here.
Be careful in that tunnel.
This might be the last time they two see each other, I
I
think.
think it will be, yeah.
This is actually better than my fantasy.
Is it better than your fantasy? You're a god.
How did you two get in here? We come every year.
How did you get in here? You fucking bald-headed weirdo.
It's a Krennic.
What was that?
Who's my buddy?
I don't know.
Krennic.
Could be. Oh, that'd be very cool if he turns up. My god, man. Talk about putting the cat amongst the pigeons.
New season of legislative initiative? How thrilling.
Always looking on the bright side.
Drop the accent. You don't talk like that in Return of the Jedi.
I haven't heard from my cousin.
Well, she's probably just being careful.
I'll tell her to check in with me.
Luthen's like that. What is it? These people all caring about each other.
Claire, you came by the shop to find something for your wife.
What are you doing here?
We had a fascinating conversation. Your friends will think we're flirting. There's no harm in that.
As if.
I know.
And everything will be fine.
He's like spud out a train spot in this wee guy.
This is our latest addition. And the miracle man who helped secure this very special piece is actually here with us tonight. Director Krennic.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've met before.
Oh, yes, I've been a guest at her committee several occasions.
How pleasant to see you free of the witness stand.
What a festive evening this has become.
Festive evening.
So, tell me what we're looking at.
I'm showing you something special.
Do you have any idea who's in this room right now?
You're not smiling.
It's my favorite object in the collection.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
But they're predisposed. They've got a big boy in the room and they're all looking at him.
Yeah.
This is do or die, Lonnie, so move to your left and listen closely.
Lonnie, you need to step up. Get a grip, mate. It's happening.
It's been better paced this episode.
Yeah, I've liked this one so far. Good cinematography there.
There's no fucking way she's getting away with this, man.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah. Oh god. Lord.
Oh
shit. He's going to fucking see this, man. I'm cringing here.
Insurgencies have a long history of puffing up their failures.
We were taught it was a systematic execution.
Criminals love to lie. After all, who wants to die for lawless ineptitude?
Well,
it's stuck.
Which seems a hard. What are you doing? Worried.
Shift right.
They're almost here. I'm walking away.
You're walking nowhere, son. I don't think you're grasping.
You seem fixated on defining people by their resistance to power.
Words do still have meaning. Yes, I'm sure we can still agree.
Fucking hell, just turn it.
What's the word for people who skin trespassers alive?
Is that what they did?
They had their own code of conduct.
Ah, my rebel is your terrorist. Something like that.
That's a good shot at him now.
Hold it steady.
It's remarkable how they're building tension on such a ridiculous thing.
One bit off.
We're not waiting. We have a minute.
I'll clean up the fuses.
I mean, that other scene's so much more like, tense than this. I don't give a shit about this. The other stuff with her trying to remove a listening device out of an artifact is fucking, that's 100 times more tense. Oh my god, she's bleeding. That's symbolic. What she's willing to do for the cause.
Hi, Anya, Loris. Es geht da doch. Mon prénom, Fréchec.
De l'ambiguisme?
Bah alors?
Petit déguisement. La molestation globale 14 des petits fausses caquettes.
Shots fired. One shot.
He's killed him, hasn't he? It's delayed reaction.
No.
Oh, knew it was coming.
Call the response team. And come in loud. Make sure they know.
If I were ready.
Evacuate. In a moment of triumph.
I think you overestimate their chances.
I need help! We have to go!
Now you carry her, you fucking useless oaf. It's because of you she's dead.
Yep.
Tinian Codex. Isn't it lovely?
Isn't she lovely?
I understand that this piece is a favorite of yours.
It's very special.
Why?
It's a book. You read by touch. Your hand. It's from a planet where blindness was considered a gift.
Oh, well, so we can all think of some people who'd be right at home.
Is she dead yet, or is she... I think she's dead.
Not sure.
I mean, Stephen, that's meant to be an emotional moment, but it was so heavy-handed. You knew it was coming.
Look at me. There's no place to hide. Look at me. This is on you now. This is like skin. You're taking her with you wherever you go for the rest of your useless life. Don't you look away from me.
I'm sorry.
She was a blooded, fearless warrior whose loss will be mourned in ways that you will never understand. And you, to die like this because of you, some whining, simpering, foolish child. You'll make up for this forever.
Actually, I probably forgot about it the next day.
You're welcome.
The face hurts from smiling.
Complain all you like, it worked.
He's off to Alderaan to live a long life.
That's the spirit.
Ha 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 ha. Yous were shitting it. Don't kid yourselves. Luthen, your ass was sweating, mate. Sweating.
Like a Donald Trump rally.
Yep.
Get in the chair.
I know you.
Get in the chair.
Yes. I never saw this coming.
No.
It will only feel like forever.
Full power. Full measure.
Revenge of the Bix.
And there will be no one there to save you. Harry Potter.
That was a good.
I don't know where Harry Potter came
That, it was a bit left field though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Never saw that.
Oh, it's still playing. I thought it was done. I'm fucking
remember
allowed
that
in here.
from there.
It's good to see her regaining some kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? Autonomy? Yes, like a shot. Yeah, that's like a fucking Joker.
Yeah.
Press the button a couple more times though. Very nice. Very, very nice episode. Really enjoyed that. That was a step up. In terms of storytelling, in terms of tension, jeopardy, pacing. It was just much better. And that's what I'm talking about. You've got, again, they're just dropping little things in the previous episodes, little throwaway things you don't think much about, and then it means something later on. I don't want to lick up Tony Gilroy's arse and what Brown knows and become this sort of Andor sycophant, because I know there is sycophants out there for this TV show, but it genuinely is a very well written show. And it rewards patience.
It's had flaws. It has. I'm not going to obviously gloss over it in terms of our expectations, but what you do see is, and it's been drip fed since episode 1, is tone. The tone is changing. That episode was as close to a Rogue One tone as you'll get.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fantastic. Similar to the sort of mission that we saw that was filmed in Scotland as well, that tunnel thing.
The dam?
Really high tension moments. I thought the stuff within the Krennic, that room with Krennic was more tense, like you, John, than the stuff that was happening on the street level. But it was great, really great acting again, and I think that's the first time we've seen Krennic and Mon Mothma in the same room, isn't it? Interacting.
It's the barbed words. Everything's got a double meaning. They're testing each other out intellectually. And they both know. They know what's going on. They're not stupid, man. I mean, he said it. What is it? One man's terrorist is another man's rebel or something like that. he knows the score. He's switched on. I'm just amazed he didn't cotton on to what they were up to behind him, because he's got eyes everywhere. But I suppose he's got an ego as well, hasn't he?
What's the character's name in Inglourious Bastards?
Wanda. The main guy.
Han, is it Hans?
Yeah, is it? What is that? What his second name is? I always screw that up.
I can't remember his name now, John. It's your man. He plays obviously the Nazi spy.
Hans Landa.
Hans Landa.
I'll say Wanda. Yeah, I mean he's just 50 steps ahead of everyone.
Yeah.
And knows everything. But I mean, Krennic's not as good as that. He thinks he is, but he's not. But he is a switched on character. Don't get me wrong, but he's not Landa-esque. Landa, he knew that was the same girl. He was dropping hints to her, putting the cigarette and the cream and telling her to eat the strudel and whatnot, and knowing she was of Jewish faith, and some of those things broke her belief system, if you like, and she wasn't allowed to eat it. He's just incredibly switched on. But I mean, I can't get enough of Krennic. I can't get enough of Ben Mendelsohn. He's such a brilliant character, and it was a shame the way that they went with him. Obviously, it was inevitable when you bring Tarkin in that he's going to become a bitch, and he's going to get made to be subservient and treated like a joke. But he was a genuinely brilliant villain.
It was, John,
the first 2/3 of that film, half of that film.
Yeah, but I think in terms of his appearances in season 2 of Andor, it's really filling out some of his backstory as well. And bear in mind, I mean, this is only really guesswork, and I think you've said the same things along the lines of the creation of Krennic was to carry the sort of heavy lifting for Tarkin, because Peter Cushing's no longer with us, and obviously you don't want to have that over-reliance of a CGI character as the sort of the main villain, in your film. Especially someone that's so recognisable as Peter Cushing as well. So you bring in someone that can do most of the sort of dialogue in a similar fashion, but maybe down a few levels. I'll say a few, quite a few. So, but I think in terms of Ben Mendelsohn, first thing I saw him in was, I don't know if it might have been The Dark Knight Rises. I can't remember.
Yeah, he was a little whiny bitch in that, wasn't he?
But he's good at that. He's very good at
you power.
roles. I think he was ideal for this role as well. He was one of the standouts in Rogue One, and I think although we won't see his demise in this season or this series, which is a good thing, obviously.
Yeah.
He did have I don't want to say he went out like a bitch, but it was quite a poignant moment.
It was a poetic moment the way he went out, because he was just obsessed with that weapon, wasn't he?
Yeah.
In the Death Star, so for him to go out getting struck almost directly by his sort of baby, that was tremendous, to be fair. That was a good way he went out. It was just the way that once Tarkin assumed control of the situation, they lessened the character and he became this whiny bitch. I liked it when he was lording over. What was the name of that fucking planet? It wasn't Act 2, because that's what Luke was. Oh my lord, Jeddah. When they fire on that and you've got the ripples coming out and the silhouette of him watching, it's just stunning. He's a great character, man. He's a fantastic actor. You can't get enough great actors in this. And again, that's why I'm buzzing to see Alan Tudyk come in, because he's a wonderful actor. And
I know we're only halfway through the season now, and we know where it's going to go, but do you think so far this adds, and I'm including season 1 in this as well, do you think it adds a little bit more sort of weight to Rogue One as a film?
Absolutely, because you're seeing the sacrifice that's went into not even the rebellion, which you were shown in Rogue One. It wasn't just a throwaway line in the opening crawl. You actually seen firsthand the sacrifice, the hard work it went into acquiring those plans and finding the sort of the fault that ultimately leads to Luke blowing up the Death Star. This is adding even more depth. You're seeing even more sacrifice to the little man in the process of formulating this rebellion. It just adds so much layers to it. I know it's not for everyone. Some people just like the lightsaber battles and the space opera stuff, and I'm the same. I love that as well. I've been going down a rabbit hole with the prequels recently, watching a lot of prequel stuff.
Do you think if would this be something that would interest you? I'm not saying it's going to happen. I doubt it will happen. But would you be interested in Felicity Jones coming back and doing a series
Oh yeah,
on
her own series. Maybe, yeah, she's a brilliant actor. But again, you've kind of got her story in Rogue One, haven't you?
Yeah, she's got a different journey though, hasn't she? To Andor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you could flesh that out. I mean, they kind of do her story, her introduction to the rebellion and her journey in that sort of 2 and a bit hours or however long it is. I don't know, but...
Yeah, Saul Guerrero would have to be in it as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, he looked after her for a number of years before they parted ways, but it would be quite interesting. But I think once we're, in all honesty, I think once we're done here, I think we're not coming back to this sort of period in Star Wars.
Steve, I just love the introduction of characters like Luthen. He is the standout for me, Stellan Skarsgård. Just the way he interacts with everybody, the way that he's operating, he's this sort of binary figure. He's one character for the public and another character in the shadows. I love that. I love that since Batman and Arrow and all these shows. We've got this sort of schizophrenic character and just no one really knowing who he really is. Even the rebel people, even his closest confidants don't really. I mean, they've got an idea, but I think we're going to see levels to his character as this season goes on, the ruthlessness of him. But he had to shake it into Andor there. He had to shake it into Bix there. Look, you're becoming fucking soft. You're becoming soft, and you can't be soft in a rebellion and a sort of uprising against people who are utterly ruthless, willing to land on innocent bystanders and crush them to death, blow up planets, they don't know about that here, but they're willing to do that. You have to be equally as ruthless. If there's any softness at all, if there's any baggage, any doubt that's going to stop you doing your job, then you're doomed. And he's trying to knock that in. And you see at the end there with Bix, she's got that ruthlessness back.
Oh yeah.
He's dealt with her demon, literally. And now her and Andor are going to move on merrily. It's just where they're going to go with those characters, because we know she's not in Rogue One, so what happens to her?
Yeah, she's up.
And Bix has had a lot more backstory than that other character.
But I think Bix, I think she'll be out before the end of the season, John, because there's going to have to be that time between Andor, the way we see him in Rogue One, which is not that far off the last episode that we're getting in this season. So there's going to have to be a drop-off at some point, just so that he's got time to mourn, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she dies, because as you said, she's not in Rogue One. There's no reference to her, and there's certainly no indication or feelings that we can sense from Andor in Rogue One about the Bix character, because he's almost became Luthen by that point. He's shut off his emotions to a point, for the rebellion, and that's what's going to shape him going forward.
And that's why it adds levels to the character and what we see in Rogue One, because we get a brief little monologue about how he's been living this rebellion since he was 7 or something. His mum and father grew up fighting, and he's been fighting. He's weathered, he's calculated, and we see that when he kills the Daniel Mays character. I think his name is that actor from Ashes to Ashes. But this is just add levels to it. You're getting to see the character, what he's went through. Then when you go into Steve, this is what I'm talking about with Sony, and it's why I'm so disappointed the whole villain verse hasn't worked, because it adds so much depth and emotion and jeopardy when they come into a story with the traditional hero. It's the same with this. When you add depth and connection with a character, it just elevates the experience. And you go into the more light-hearted, lighter-toned space opera stuff with the original trilogy, and you've got all that depth and emotion and darkness, and you appreciate what happens more. Well, I do anyway. I can't speak for everyone. So that's why I enjoy this show, because it's doing something different. I don't buy into the whole it's more adult oriented. I mean, what does that even fucking mean? Everything's adult oriented. I mean, Star Wars has got lots going on in it. It's not just for kids. It was initially designed for kids, but all great entertainment delivers for both or all ages. And that's what Star Wars does well. That's what Pixar and other companies do well. Double meanings, lots of stuff going on for everyone. But this is great. I really enjoy it. But what's your thoughts on episode 6, season 2 of Andor? What a festive evening. I love the way that Krennic dropped that in. This is becoming a festive evening. I'm butchering it. I only said it about 5-10 minutes ago. I forgot it already. I'm having a Biden moment. What's your thoughts on it, though? thoughts now, reaction, anything you want to share, put it down below in the comments section. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to get notifications, and all that's left to be said. Until next time, thank you for watching this, and bye-bye.